It seems like every year now there is a mad dash to the waiver wire for Rashaad Penny at the end of the season, and it very rarely has worked out for us. But this year, things do feel a little bit different. Not only did Rashaad Penny just set his career high in rushing yards on Sunday, but with Chris Carson done for the season, the starting job is up for grabs. It seems a little bit safe to say that Rashaad Penny could be a potential league winner this season. We know that the Seahawks want to commit to the run, and Pete Carroll recently said verbatim, I think he, Rashaad Penny, deserves a shot to show that to start it out. We'll still rotate him in to keep guys fresh, but yeah, we're going to give him a shot to come right back on and see if he can keep it going. So, can you actually count on Rashaad Penny this year? I'm Dave Kluge with Football Guys, and I'm here to help you break it down. Be sure to come back every Wednesday morning for a short video from me and subscribe to the YouTube page at youtube.com/footballguys to see these short clips as well as all of our full-length shows, including the Audible. Now, I'm not going to bore you with Rashaad Penny's history because you probably know by now. He was a first-round pick 4 years ago that failed to ever surpass Chris Carson on the depth chart. He's compact, he's fast, and he is a load to bring down. All around, he is a really fun player to watch. Health has been his biggest detriment so far, as he's only been able to suit up for 33 of 62 possible preseason game or regular season games. Prior to this season, he had never started in a single game in his first 3 years in the league. Earlier this year, he got his first nod as a starter. He began the game with 2 carries for 19 yards, and then, wouldn't you know it, he tweaked his hamstring and was forced to exit the game early. His second career start was just this past Sunday, when he rumbled for 137 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. So, like I said earlier, everyone's making this mad dash now to go to the waiver wire and pick him up, and rightfully so. Well, I think that Penny still can be a serviceable RB2 through the rest of the playoffs if he can stay healthy. We may have seen his peak already as a rusher. The Seahawks were able to beat down the Texans last week to the tune of 33-13. In the next 3 weeks, though, the Seahawks have the Rams, the Bears, and the Lions on their plate. That Week 17 matchup against the Lions is pretty juicy, but Penny could struggle over the next couple of weeks as the Seahawks offense hasn't been that great as of late. One promising factor, though, is Pete Carroll's commitment to Penny last week. Penny saw 57% of the offensive snaps. That doesn't sound like a big number, but throughout this entire year, 14 games and 6 different running backs, there have only been 4 other instances all season of a running back seeing that high of a snap share. Chris Carson did it weeks 1 and 2, and then Alex Collins did it a couple of times earlier in the year, and then Rashaad Penny just this last week. Now, we know that Pete Carroll prefers a platoon of running backs that he likes to deploy at his will. Even when Chris Carson was healthy, we saw DJ Dallas and Travis Homer still regularly getting touches, and they're not going to go away. Because of that, Penny's upside can be capped, but he should see, 12 to 20 carries and the goal line work going forward, which does make him a pretty solid pickup. Health is going to be the biggest thing to watch out for, as Penny has struggled to stay healthy throughout his entire career. But as long as he is active, he's the presumed starter on the Seahawks, and he can be relied on as at least an RB2 going forward. I think that whatever fab you've got left over, you can spend comfortably on Rashaad Penny because he is probably the most valuable person that is going to pop up on the waiver wire between now and your fantasy football finals. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. It has been a pleasure getting to help you throughout the fantasy football season, and I hope to provide some knowledgeable insight throughout the playoffs. Thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you next week.